Meteorologist Mario Ruiz here joining me at the desk. And Mario, we've been talking about, we got Friday football, games have been moved, folks trying to have outdoor events, and they say they're going to keep them going, but you going to answer that question, that rain tomorrow.
Right, maybe not a good idea to have a plan outside tomorrow afternoon and evening.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, if it's late in the night, I think conditions will be better.
All right.
But we are dealing with some strong storms. Again, I've said it before, this is the strongest severe outlook that we've had since the spring.
Not to play with, absolutely.
Definitely not to take lightly. You know, this time of the year we tend to get a little bit more relaxed, but it is technically that time where we see a secondary severe weather season here in North Texas, and tomorrow is a perfect example of that. We actually do have an enhanced risk for severe weather. It includes the Metroplex, it includes Denton, Collin, Rockwall County. So that's definitely something to pay close attention to. And that's for damaging winds, the potential for large hail, and even the potential for a few tornadoes. Before I get into the details of that, I do want to get you prepared for the rest of your day. Temperature makes it to 79 degrees. It stays pretty cloudy all day. We have a lot of Gulf moisture being brought on by this south wind at 10 to 20, by the way. That's the reason why we could see some areas of drizzle. And that south wind is also what's helping our temperature climb to about 79 degrees for Dallas and Fort Worth, 78 in Denton, a few locations making it to 80 degrees with 80 in McKinney, about 80 in Granbury and in Meridian. So we have this cloud cover coming in, all thanks to that moisture coming in from the Gulf. That is going to interact with a potent system that's currently bringing in some areas of snow across the Rockies. What we'll notice is that that system makes it into the Panhandle tonight. And what happens is that a dry line develops. We generally see this setup in the spring, that dry line. It's what separates the dry air in West Texas from the moist air in North Texas. And it's a little muggy out. That's definitely something that's in place. So we'll see thunderstorms develop along that line sometime midday Friday. I'm showing you this right here. So this is Friday around noon. This could change by an hour or two, and it could vary by a county or two, all right? So we have these storms that develop. At first, they'll be isolated storms, but as this pushes towards I-35, all thanks to that front, it's helping it push, we're going to see this become a more straight line of showers and thunderstorms. That's where we could see the strong winds. We could see the potential for maybe some rotation along that line. We could also see some hail. What I will also be watching as this moves to the east, look at this, this is now around 3, 4 in the afternoon, is the potential for some discrete sails ahead of that main line. That is where we could see some rotation with isolated thunderstorms. So the tornadic threat is actually larger east of I-35. The more east this goes, it interacts with a bit more instability and a lot more moisture. And that's where we see a bit better coverage with these showers and thunderstorms. This is now 6, now 7, now 8, 9, and it's out of North Texas. So this will be done by the time 10, 11, midnight rolls around. It's actually going to be a pretty quiet night after that. So our severe weather outlook, again, it includes an enhanced risk for the Metroplex, slight risk for areas west of the Metroplex. The main concern will be the potential for winds. That's what's going to impact more of the region. Some of us will see the large hail. A few of us may see an isolated tornado, mainly east of I-35. The flood threat is small, but it's there if we happen to see one of those storms that kind of just doesn't have a lot of motion to it. 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of rain possible for the Metroplex, slightly higher north and east of the Metroplex. Definitely want to make sure to have that WFAA app. It's going to alert you if you have to be warned. And you can also look at radar on there, so it'll be super helpful. This weekend, looking very fall-like. We'll be back.